the silent reason your lungs can't detect the deadliest gas on Earth. And on August 21, 1986, a quiet lake in Cameroon used that exact blind spot to erase 1,800 people before sunrise. The lake is still there, the gas is still building, and nobody, not a single scientist on Earth, knows what makes it explode. Lake Nyos sits in the highlands of northwestern Cameroon. From above, it looks like paradise, deep blue, glassy calm. Surrounded by green volcanic hills, villages along its shores, cattle grazing, children sleeping. One of the most beautiful lakes in Africa, also one of the most dangerous bodies of water on this planet. Beneath that still surface, something is building pressure, not heat, not lava. Carbon dioxide, the same gas your own body exhales, seeping upward through volcanic vents in the lake floor, dissolving under thousands of tons of cold water pressure, storing silently in the depths like a weapon no one can see, no one can hear, and no ordinary instrument would ever detect. On the night of August 21, 1986, something triggered Lake Nyos. Nobody witnessed it. No earthquake, no eruption, no warning sound. The lake simply exhaled. In seconds, it released an estimated 1.6 million tons of carbon dioxide in a single invisible cloud. That cloud was heavier than air. It didn't rise. It poured down the hillsides, through the valleys, into every gap in every wall, every open window, every sleeping lung within reach. CO2 doesn't smell. You cannot see it. Your body has no alarm for it because your brain monitors oxygen, not carbon dioxide displacement. People died mid-sentence, mid-step, in their beds with their eyes open. Livestock dropped where they stood. A cloud of nothing, moving at 45 miles per hour, reached villages over 15 miles away. When the first survivors woke, they were surrounded by the bodies of everyone they knew, and the lake had turned the color of blood. Here is where the story stops making sense. Scientists arrived. They installed degassing pipes, tubes designed to slowly bleed CO2 from the deep water before it reached critical pressure again. It worked. Gas levels dropped, and then the lake started refilling, faster than the pipes could empty it. The volcanic vents never stopped, and the pipes themselves are now deteriorating. Several have already failed, but that is not what should stop you cold. The detail that should stop you is Lake Kivu, same geology, same invisible accumulation happening right now beneath its surface. Same limnic eruption risk, except Lake Kivu is 50 times larger than Nyos, and 2 million people live on its shores. Scientists call what happened a limnic eruption. The phrase sounds controlled. What it describes is a lake you could photograph, fish in, bring your children to, spontaneously detonating. Not with heat, with dissolved gas. The same physics as a shaken carbonated bottle, except the bottle is a kilometer deep and holds enough CO2 to asphyxiate a city. The trigger in 1986 is still completely unknown. There are theories: a small landslide along the lake wall, a subsediment volcanic event, a cool wind disrupting the surface temperature gradient. A meteorite impact has even been proposed in peer-reviewed literature. Not one has been confirmed. Lake Nyos sits on a geological formation called a mar, a crater blasted open by an ancient eruption through groundwater, and the magma chamber below is still active, still seeping. And here is what keeps volcanologists awake. The 1986 event may not be the largest Lake Nyos has ever produced. Sediment core samples show evidence of older eruptions, larger ones, events with no survivors to record them, events where the gas cloud reached farther and held longer. The lake has done this before, multiple times, and the exact geological conditions driving it have not changed. They are accumulating right now at the bottom of that blue, still, beautiful lake. Tonight, the degassing pipes are a patch. Everyone involved in the engineering knows it. The actual solution would require permanently relocating every community within range of the lake and maintaining mechanical intervention indefinitely in a region without the infrastructure to guarantee it across decades. And even if Nyos stays controlled, the same process is running elsewhere. Lake Monoun, 40 miles away, had its own limnic eruption in 1984, 2 years before Nyos, nearly to the month, and killed 37 people. It received almost no international coverage. Lake Kivu holds methane alongside its CO2 in deep water. It sits on an active tectonic boundary. Its gas content has been rising steadily for decades. No one has set a ceiling for how high it can go before the math changes. What no model has predicted is the actual trigger. Whether it's temperature, pressure, a threshold that once crossed cannot be uncrossed, or whether it's simply random, something that can occur on a calm night in a lake showing no warning signs, anywhere with the same hidden geology. And there are more lakes like this than we have found, unmapped, unstudied. Sitting quiet right now under the same glassy surface Lake Nyos showed the world on the last night 1,800 people ever saw.